Acauã's trees remember, and tonight they're whispering his name. The humid dusk clings to Ricardo's skin like a damp shroud, each step into Acauã Park pressing him deeper into a world erased by time yet haunted by memory. Concrete fingers of crumbling city walls curl inward, strangling the stubborn green throng beneath a suffocating quilt of moss-hung branches, their brittle fingers groping for the waning light. The fractured pavement beneath him fractures anew, veins jarred open, exposing the rotting heart of neglect hidden beneath a canopy that exhales wet earth and shadowed secrets. The city's harsh symphony dies, swallowed by a muted silence that hums and pulses like a buried heartbeat. He stops, not by choice, but because the air itself has stiffened, thick as if inhaled from a tomb. His breath is shallow, ragged, a reluctant confession curling at his lips. Why here? The words are a fragile ember, flickering in the oppressive gloom, half plea, half accusing ghost. The park, a faded cathedral of twisted boughs and jagged silhouettes, unfolds behind his eyelids in whispers. The faint crack of a twig evokes the memory of youthful laughter. Bright and careless, the damp musk of decomposing leaves floods his nostrils, conjuring a fervent summer's day smeared with honey and the sharp tang of citrus from an abandoned orchard. The sticky brush of moss against his finger citrus from an abandoned orchard. The sticky brush of moss against his fingertips summons the soft pulse of a once beating heart. Long silence beneath a bed of full laughter. Bright and careless. Yet now, these recollections twist, turn, knot themselves into a tightening noose of regret. A sudden bird call, a harsh, grating wail slicing through shadow, snaps the fragile silence like splintering glass. Its voice, sharp and accusing, thrums through veins, setting the hairs on the back of his neck to electric frenzy. Not just any cry, he breathes, lips curling around the words as if tasting poison. Slivers of movement flicker on the periphery, shapes retreat before focus claims them, impressions like smoke caught between trees. Time fractures. Rain-slicked leaves press cold against his palms, sweat mingling with the chill, his pulse drums an erratic tattoo echoed by the stuttering shadows. A specter of a memory bursts forth. A friend's eyes, wild and pleading, swallowed by this same dark labyrinth. His voice, barely a tremor, breaks the grip of silence. It wasn't my fault, I didn't know. The park listens and breathes, its corridors curling tighter, the trees leaning in with gnarled hands that scrape the shrouded sky. Bird calls multiply, fractured echoes layering like chords in a spectral symphony, some clear and piercing, others guttural and unnerving, as if the woods themselves lament in a chorus of cracked screams. The faint rustling of unseen creatures punctuates this discord, leaves brushing against dry bark and withered ferns. An acrid tang of smoke drifts in, bitter and sharp, weaving with the musky decay. His fingers tremble, clutching the worn leather strap of his bag, a relic as tattered as the memories it contains. Show yourself, he demands, voice fracturing beneath the weight of desperation. Silence answers. But beneath the quiet, a deeper, ancient pulse thrums. Alive, watching, waiting. Near a forgotten fountain choked by sinewy tendrils of vine, the darkness condenses into a presence. A spectral silhouette stands, lean, shrouded in the night's fabric, eyes glowing embers that pierce the gloom with a cold, unyielding fire. The Acauã, the legendary sentinel said to cradle the souls lost beneath this arching crypt of wood and shadow, steps forth, its gaze and accusation sharpened by years of silent witness. Ricardo's voice cracks, a broken whisper dripping with the acidic sting of remorse. I'm sorry, he gasps, words trembling like falling leaves. I never meant to let you fall. The night swallows him whole. A suffocating frost seeps beneath his sweat-slick skin, fingers of cold entwining his spine as the figure advances. Its eyes blaze, coals smoldering in the abyss, reflecting a truth impossible to deny. Time distorts, memories flood in tidal waves, his friend's desperation, the lies tangled like thorny vines, the shattering silence that suffocated screams. Then, with a motion both terrifying and majestic, the figure unfurls vast wings, black as the void between stars, edges feathered with shadows that bleed into the darkness, a living nightmare poised to consume. The chorus of bird calls erupts into a maelstrom, a tempest of soul-piercing cries that tear at the frayed edges of Ricardo's mind. Fingers cover his ears, voice cracking beneath the relentless storm. No, not again, please. His pleas dissolve into the cacophony as the park contracts, walls of night and whispering branches pressing close, turning sanctuary into prison. When silence returns, it is thick and suffocating. Ricardo has vanished. Only his bag lies abandoned beneath the wet lace of vines, a moth-eaten fragment in an ocean of shadow. Somewhere, impossibly distant yet searingly near, a solitary bird call drips through the silence, a haunting sigil left behind, a curse or requiem. Dawn will find no footprints, no trace of salvation, only the lingering scent of damp earth and something darker, a truth buried beneath the whispering pines that will not let go. Step into the shadows with Ricardo. Tell us, what ghosts linger in your forgotten places, waiting to be heard?